I'm Greg from Vancouver, Washington, and I am going to show you through some of my 2020 mods in my Model 180 Rpod. So we're going to take a look inside the Pinecone Inn here. Those of you who have an Rpod Model 180 will remember that right here there used to be two USB outlets, and I changed that to a triple socket 12-volt outlet. Gives me more recharging options here. So I use this to recharge my cell phone. This is the magazine rack that used to be in the bathroom. So many of you recognize this. Anyways, the grommets on here actually were the exact same distance as the screws for the shower access panel. You can see that back there. So easy, just get longer screws, move the magazine rack out here, and it actually hides the shower access panel back there. Also, I use this to put my iPad in when I'm recharging it. I've got some spare batteries down here, and of course my broom down here at the bottom. The other cool thing about this, adding more USBs here, is that I have a plug-in for an LED light strip that is run off of the battery, so that when I'm not on shore power, I have some lighting options for the cabin here, and you can see that the strip of lights go actually all the way around the slide out, and of course you can change colors and make it flash and do all that other kind of stuff. So I put my iPad here when I am cooking, I want to listen to some music, maybe watch a movie or something like that. And then I've done another video already about the kitchen remodel, but just super quick, I changed the wallpaper, changed the valance, put a single handle faucet here so that that fixture's gone, so that my dish rack will actually fit on the countertop. And then of course for the stove, in this area, remember that glass that flipped up here? So I took that out, replaced that with, okay, you're probably looking here at the cookies. So I made some chocolate chip cookies, and I've got dinner in my little mini crock pot here coming. I don't see that there's any problem with having your dessert first. Do you? I don't think there's a problem for that. For anybody who's in the RV community, make your cookies, have a cookie, make sure they're good so that you know how good dessert is when it's coming. And then dessert later, right? So, or dinner later. So anyways, that's coming. Okay, anyways, back to the stovetop. So it's a countertop, excuse me, it's a cutting board on one side, and it's countertop on the other. So just flip it over. There you go. Next, we're going to move over to the dinette area. I was inspired to copy what several other 180 model users did with their dinette area, and that is turn it into a work surface. And I love this. This is 74 inches long. And as you can see, when I'm working, oftentimes I'm telecommuting. I can telecommute pretty much from anywhere. So I've got my work laptop, my personal laptop, my iPad, my phone. I'm often doing video editing on the fly, and so having a number of devices here really helps in terms of being able to be productive. The other thing I like about the work surface here and facing this way is I got the window right here, and so when I want to look outside, I just raise this up and I can see outside. I got a door for 10 bucks from Habitat for Humanity for Restore. It's just this old closet door. I covered it with the same Formica I used in the kitchen area. And I also, now I don't know if you've actually seen this particular mod before, but I made this so that the whole table can drop down and turn into a bed in case I've got somebody traveling with me. I do have two kids. I will show you the underside down here and how I modded this up so that this whole thing can drop down. So this is the underside of the workstation, as you can see here. And what I did was I took the dinette seat and I covered it again with that same Formica covering, put a knob here, and I hinged it so that you can get to the storage area underneath. Now you know the drawer pulls out, right? But see all that storage space around the drawer back here? So there's a lot of storage space that you could put stuff in. So anyways, I wanted to take advantage of that and still be able to get the cover off. So I put a hinge on it and a knob. And I did the same on this side. Over here is the electrical panel. So again, hinged, and then you can see inside all the wires and everything. The supports for the middle of the work surface are just simple closet rod brackets and a closet rod. So you'll find this at any Home Depot. So you can see there's this end here that has this opening, right? And so what I've done is if you twist it just so, and you brace the rod against, this is the table support for the stock table, right? If you turn it just right, you can see that this rod will not come out. It is in there. But if you want to take the rod out, all you have to do is twist it this way and pull. Voila, and the rod comes out. Okay, so I did that twice, one back there, one here. Oh, of course, you're probably looking at my doggy bed, right? So that is when my dog is traveling with me. This is going to be her bed, and it's an easy, just pull down like this. There you go. And that's her bed. Now I'm going to show you how we convert this work surface into a bed. The first thing that I do is I grab the folding chair, fold it up, and this serves as a cross beam for the bed. So I just slide it in here, and it's spanning between both of the dinette seats so that it supports the weight of the bed. On either side of the work surface is just a simple 2x2 support frame that I made, right? I just lay it flat. It distributes the weight of the work surface across the hinges, so it's plenty strong. And there's another one on this side, so I just fold this down. The work surface drops, and voila, it is a bed. Just grab your cushions, and it's time for a nap. Oh, yes. Now that I have a work surface here, I realize that now I have a nightstand where I can put stuff, my map, phone, hot chocolate, and I never had a nightstand before. However, the head of the bed was over there, and my feet were here, because the TV was here. And that meant that I had to, if I wanted to use this as a nightstand, I had to make this the head of the bed so that I could put my stuff here. And then the TV would need to move over there. But if I move the TV over there, then when I'm over here working, I can't use the TV as the external monitor for my computer. So one solution, I could have a TV in both sides of the rig. But that seemed a little bit like overkill. So I was like scratching my head thinking of a way that I could use the same TV on both sides of the rig. Okay, so this morning I was watching a video and I was resting in bed here, but now it is time to get to work. So I need to move the monitor over so that I can do that. All right, so what I call this is TV on a rail. Let me show you how I hook this up so that I can use the TV on both sides of the Rpod. This is a standard closet door rail. Get it at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. And the trolleys up here, you can see, are the trolleys that would hold a closet door in place. Screw them into a piece of wood, then get what you can get on Amazon is a ceiling mounted TV mount. You can see that right there, right? Just screw that into the same piece of wood and voila, you've got a trolley system for the TV. Now, as for the wiring here, you can see that I've routed that underneath the mattress. I tried routing it up at the ceiling, but it kept dangling down and getting all tangled in the rail and everything. But you know, this really does stay out of the way. When I move it over, see that? It just kind of flops over, and you can still get in and out of bed easily. And it still works great. This is what the TV looks like here on this side. Now, you're probably wondering, well, you know what? When it's not level, how do you keep the TV from sliding back and forth where you don't want it? So I just keep a paper clip or a clothespin handy right there. And I just go ahead and stick it right up there, right? And then it doesn't move. Alrighty, so when we're rolling down the road, we of course don't want the TV sliding back and forth and slamming into the walls. So with the closet rail came a couple of these end caps here. Do you see this? So I typically leave them on the end when I'm parked, but then when I am rolling, I will secure them here so that the trolley cannot slide. Hope you can see that there, right? Okay, now that keeps it pretty stationary. And then what I do in addition is I just put a couple paper clips here for insurance, or paper clips, clothespins, right? So then that doesn't move. Now to keep this thing from swinging around too much inside, I just use a bungee cord. I hook it to the back of the TV mount, and then down here is a hook. Right, so that keeps it mostly stationary. I've driven, about 1,000 miles in this configuration. Now, if in the event I know that I'm going somewhere that's really bumpy, like a gravel road or something like that, I can also take the TV off the rails and put it on pretty easily. So let me show you that. At this end of the rail, you can see I left a gap. And so the first thing that I do when I want to take the TV down is I take off the end cap. Just grab the TV, take it off the end of the rail, just like that. Set it down, nice soft mattress, and you're ready to travel. Finishing touch, so I got a spare piece of fabric that I had laying around the house and put it up there as a valance to hide all the hardware. And to demonstrate one more time, here's the TV when I'm working, using it as an external monitor. And when I want to watch a movie later, I just move it over there, like that.